Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to review the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. But before I get into that, I just wanted to say that I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving week. I know I did. I got to spend quality time with my family. I really don't get to see them all that much because I am 2 hours away from them. So when I do, I really enjoy it. And then we just had good food. We cooked. I revamped my Christmas tree. I had, decorated my tree really early this year, but I just wasn't feeling the whole color scheme. It was just kind of multicolored with a red tree skirt. And I just kind of had this vision of how I wanted to decorate my tree. So I kind of just bought new decorations and revamped the whole thing. I bought a silver tree skirt, and then all the decor on it is silver, purple, and some aqua. And then purple and clear lights, which I just absolutely love it. I would keep it up all year round. I just love Christmas trees and the lights, and I just love it. I love this time of year. And minus the traffic and the crowds, but I really love the holiday season. It's just, I love it. So anyways, I just wanted to, all right, so now I'm gonna review the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. I picked mine up at Sephora, and I did show it in my Sephora VIB sale haul. If you have not seen that video, I will link it down below so you guys can check that out. But I did not give you any swatches of the palette in that video just because I did want to do this separate review for you guys. And I also will be doing a tutorial, so do stay tuned for that. I'm going to try to do that next. I've been in a real runt when it comes to filming. I filmed so many videos the past month and I just haven't been very happy with them. I've just been really exhausted from working so much and running errands and stuff like that. So every time I made a video, I just felt like my energy was not there, or I started filming and then I wasn't in the mood to film. So I'm gonna try to get back into the swing of things. It's just, life gets busy and with work and everything, and it's sometimes I just find that it's hard to make videos on my days off or when I get home, because I get home really late. So I don't really have time on the days that I work to film. So I really have to do it on my days off, but I'm always running errands on my day off. So sometimes I find it hard. But anyways, enough said about that. Let's just get into the palette. So this is what the packaging looks like. I really like the packaging on this palette. It is, pretty slim. I mean, it's not the slimmest, like it's not like the Lorac unzipped palette or anything like that, but it is, nice packaging, just kind of basic. I like that. And it comes with a mirror, and it has this little sheet to protect your eyeshadows. And let me just tell you what else comes inside here. You get the Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. This is like a deluxe sample size. And I did use this I did use this morning. Try saying that like 10 times in a row. I did use this this morning, I did use this this morning, I did use this this morning. It's just like a tongue twister. Anyway, I did use it this morning, and I'm not a fan of the brush. I mean, I like that it's the traditional type of bristles, but I don't really like the size of it. It's just really big. Like, look at that. It's a huge brush. I don't really like big ones, so just not my preference. But it did give, some length and separation, but not really any volume. So it's okay. I just wouldn't purchase it on its own. It's just not my favorite mascara in the entire world. That's the mascara. And then also in the palette, you get a brochure. So you get this brochure in the palette, and basically you identify your eye shape. So for instance, these are almond eyes, round eyes, upturned eyes, downturned eyes, monolids, and hooded eyes. So those are all the different eye shapes, and then basically it tells you how to apply color depending on your eye shape. So I think that's a really helpful guide for those of you who are just starting out with makeup, or you're having difficulty figuring out where to place the colors based on your eye shape. So that's really cool. I haven't really seen another palette have that type of brochure in there. So there's a close-up of all the eyeshadow shades. You get some cool tones on this side over here, and then you get the warm tones over here. And then you get, your neutral colors right here, your off-whites, so that you could use as a brow bone highlight. This shimmery one you could use as an inner tear duct or even a brow bone highlight. And then you have a black so you can smoke it out. I just really love all the colors in here. That one. So the texture of the matte eyeshadows are very smooth. They're very soft. They don't really have a lot of powderiness or fallout to them. I know in other videos I have referenced eyeshadows as being chalky, And when I say chalky, I mean powdery, and somebody, you know, made a comment on one of my videos about that. So I will try to change the way, or change the wording that I use. So they are not powdery. To me, chalky, powdery kind of means the same thing, but they're not powdery at all. They're very smooth, pigmented. You get lots of color payoff with these. I was very impressed with all the matte shades. I really like them. They're great quality. So thumbs up to the matte shades. See, they're just really pigmented. They're awesome. They're amazing. I really love the matte shades, and I like the fact that this palette has one row of mattes, because you can do your brow bone color, you can do your crease color. I really like to use mattes in the crease, and you get a variety of different matte neutral shades, so like that. So let's talk about the shimmery shades. Some are more pigmented than others. They're not as smooth in texture as the matte shades. Some are a little powdery compared, or dry. I guess the word would be dry. They feel a little bit more dry than the matte shades, and they're not really finely milled, so there are some chunks, small chunks of glitter in some of them more than others. And the darker colors seem to be more pigmented than the light colors. There's two light colors that are not too pigmented, which is this one here, and this one here. The rest of them are pretty pigmented. This one here has a little bit of a different texture than the rest. I would say that one doesn't have any, that one is a different texture because it does not have any glitter in it at all, but the rest of them do. So each shimmery shade has its corresponding matte shade, which I really like. So they kind of paired them up, which is really nice. So I've used these yesterday and also this morning, and I really find that the shimmery shades work best with a good eyeshadow base. For instance, a NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil, or like a Maybelline Color Tattoo, something like that. They really just adhere better to the lid if you use a good eyeshadow base. I tried using them alone, and they just kind of come off, you know, powdery and dry. So I feel like you really do need an eyeshadow base, or you can apply them wet. So yesterday I tried applying it dry, and like I said, they're just dry on the lid, doesn't really adhere to the skin. And then I also tried applying them wet, and you do get way better color intensity payoff when you use them wet. So if you don't want to use them with an eyeshadow base, then you can use them wet. You also get this brush right here, and it's a double-ended brush. Let me just go over that real quick. So the brush has two sides, and I've used the brush. The side over here is kind of like the Sigma E35 tapered blending brush. And on the brush right here it says matte, so you're supposed to use that side with the matte shadows. So this would be ideal for using matte shadows like in the crease and blending those out, and that's what I used it for. And then the other side of the brush it has two colors on it. It has, you know, the white bristles, and then the bristles, I don't know why I said bristles. It has the white hairs and the dark hairs, and it says shimmer, so you're supposed to use the shimmery shadows with this side of the brush. I really don't like this side of the brush. I don't find that it works very well with these particular shadows. I feel like you need something that's more stiff and firm, like a concealer type brush, paddle brush, something like that. That's what I use them for, and I found that that worked a lot better than this brush. So I wasn't really a fan of this side of the brush, but I do like this side because it is very similar to the Sigma E35. So that's the brush. It kind of reminded me of Cruella de Vil, just because I guess the black, white, and red, I don't know, but that's besides the point. So here are all the swatches, and as you can see, they're really pigmented, especially all the matte shades are very pigmented. The darker shades on the shimmery ones are really pigmented. These two are the ones that I showed you that I said were the least pigmented in the palette, the two shimmery ones here. They're just really not that pigmented, but if you apply them over an eyeshadow base, they will, you know, appear or give you more color payoff. So definitely recommend using all the shimmery ones with a eyeshadow base. That's what I did today. So none of the eyeshadows have names, they all just have numbers. So right here is the kind of numbering of the palettes. I think all the colors are really good. The black is pretty dark. The browns are very pigmented. Actually, I have this one all over the lid today. And then I have this one right here in the crease, and also this one in the crease. And then I applied this one on the outer corner to deepen it up a little bit. this as my brow bone color, and then this one I have slightly in the inner corner to brighten up the inner tear duct area. Here's all the shadows on my eyes. I've had these on all day, so they're not fresh, but very pigmented still. The color has lasted pretty long. No creasing. So my favorites are probably these three shimmery shades right here. And then I really like these more warm toned neutrals. Those are some of my favorites. And then I think these are nice too. I am definitely happy that I purchased this. I could see myself using it often, and I just like that you get 14 all neutral colors, 7 mattes, 7 shimmers, warm tones, cool tones. So you could definitely use this in conjunction with another palette. Like if you want to use some colorful shades, then you can use these in conjunction with that. So I really am happy with my purchase with this. If you guys like neutral palettes, neutral colors, and you guys like to have a mix of mattes and shimmers, then I would recommend this for you guys. But if, you know, you have a ton of neutral palettes already and you don't really feel like you need it, then you would pass. But I'm a makeup junkie, especially eyeshadow junkie, so I always have to have the latest palette. So I'm really happy with my purchase. I like it. And yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye!